wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less. You really flip your lid. From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is.
Gee whiz!
I don't wanna grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. Oh boy! I wanna be a Toys R Us kid. Toys R Us kid. Toys R Us kid. Toys R Us kid. Toys R Us kid.
End of an era. One of the most recognizable names in American retail is closing its doors today.
John Schumo has more on the end of Toys R Us.
Is an end of an era. On Friday, Toys R Us stores across the country will close for good after 70 years. 70 years of...
Dan, Aaron, the end of an era here for many people who walk through those Toys R Us stores, including me.
So back in 2018, Toys R Us would announce that they would be closing all their stores across the U.S. due to a large amount of debt from a leveraged buyout back in 2005. Unfortunately, this debt made it difficult for the company to invest in its stores and compete with other retailers like Walmart, Target, and online with Amazon. With that decision, me and my buddy had decided to go visit some of these places before their closure. This store here was closest to my friend's work, so we checked this one out first. I had all this recorded and wanted to put it up back then, but just unfortunately just never got around to it due to work and time. So it's just kind of been on the back burner since 2018. I unfortunately do have music playing because it seemed like no matter which day we visited on, there was always a kid screaming at the top of their lungs. We would go maybe 10-15 minutes of hearing a kid scream, and it would stop for a bit, and then another kid would just pick back up and start screaming again. So, and it's understandable because, you know, the store's closing, so, you know, why? But yeah, that's why the music is playing. And at first I really didn't notice it at the time of the recording, but rewatching this again, it's so obvious. It's like you can't really ignore it while watching it. So I figured, I'll have some soothing, you know, old style music playing in the background to kind of give, you know, a better, you know, cool vibe feel to the video, and I just figured this would be a better option. I don't even know what I was looking at right there. It looked like a yokai watch, something like that. I don't know. I kind of wish I got some of those amiibo figures right there. Looking back on it, dang, I should have. Actually, no. I think the reason why there were so many amiibo figures that you see here is because I think those were things that weren't on sale. This is I think they were a couple of months away from actually having a closure. And oh, that Waluigi looks nice, but I think all the Nintendo stuff wasn't really on sale. I kind of remember that because they were still in a lot of the stores. So, and they, like I said, they were a couple months away from closure. So this is at the very, you know, things I think were still 30-40% off. I think a lot of the stuff that I wanted to get at the time. So I didn't get really much in this store. There was another store I wanted to visit, which we will visit here later. He had to go pick up his wife and his kid to kind of see what was in this other store. The store that I liked the most, the one I went as a kid and, you know, have childhood memories of that store, which will come later. But this is another one that was closest to his work, like I said before. And so we just wanted to come in and kind of look around and see what it's like before, you know, it got crazy, before everyone started buying all the product and, you know, buying all the toys and all that stuff, to see how full it was, you know. I saw that Epic Mickey. Kind of wanted to get that. I think I got it later down the line, but I was really kind of looking to see what other stuff they had. Yeah, me and him, we didn't really get much this store. I think here in a bit he buys me these Star Fox figures, I think. Yeah, because I see Peppy hair here. Yep. And so I was just like, man, I kind of want to get that. And that was actually on sale because I don't know why certain Nintendo stuff was on sale, but other things weren't. But you know, that was. And he was wanting to finally buy something, and so I think they were pretty cheap. So I was just like, yeah, give me that. Just jokingly with him, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it for you. I was like, well, you don't really have to do that, man. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, well, wait, hold on. If you're gonna buy me something, buy me this. And that's when I saw the Star Fox one, because that's what I really want. And because I figured he'd just buy me one. I was like, well, if you're gonna actually do that, just buy me one. And he goes, I'll buy you both of them. I was like, oh, come on. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll have to pay you back. Unfortunately, I haven't not done that yet, which after all this years, I think I still need to pay him back on that one. Oh, I'll pay you back, man. I promise. Yeah, I saw this really cool Batmobile from the 1989 Batman movie. Wanted to get that because it looked actually pretty good. Yeah, the whole idea was to go through here. I'm Pickle Rick! I think I even said it as I'm putting it up there. I think I'm saying it in the same thing. So, but yeah, the whole idea was just kind of get footage of what the store was like before, you know, everything was bought out. You know, kind of see what it was like full. You know, because a lot of the times on YouTube you see things on the the aftermath where it's just kind of like barren and everything like that. So that's why I wanted to do this video real quick, just to show, you know, fully stocked store, what it had at the time, and you know what you were seeing when you went into these places, you know, when they were still kind of like, you know, popular.
Down here. Unless you want to go with this far.
Through over there.
Okay, so now we're gonna go check out. You get your stuff? What'd you get? Okay. Hopefully we'll get more discounts off that stuff. So this is store 1. Hopefully we'll be able to go to store 2. You think we'll be able to go to store 2?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, we're gonna go to camera this way. So we're gonna try to go to store 2, so hopefully we'll get you footage of that one here right now.
So yeah, this is store 2. This is the one in which I remember the most. This is the one which me and my family had gone to the most in terms of picking out, you know, toys and, you know, video games and whatnot. And this is why I have a lot more fonder memories of it. So this is the one I wanted to get, you know, definitely get footage of. And I came to this place I think 3 more times. I went with my friend and his family, and then I came up. I think came up. It was like a month away from it being closed, and then we came back up, and I can't remember when we came back up. It'll be later in the video, but we came back up like literally a week before it was closed down. And you can see they're already kind of, you know, got some stuff sold off and whatnot. So some of the shelves were already starting to get a little empty in there. Which I'm actually surprised because the deals were still kind of still very like, you know, low. You can see like 5% off, 10% off for some of the Lego stuff. So I was still kind of surprised that some things were still, you know, being sold. So I mean, it makes sense though. But that's a really cool display. Wow, that looks really nice. See, that's the thing I'm gonna miss the most. Look at that. That's the thing I'm gonna miss most about these, going to a store, is that you'll be able to see really cool displays for, you know, and I understand there's still stuff out there, but you know, specifically there's a Lego store. It wasn't like multiple Lego stores, just like, you know, just one I know in a mall, and you know, there's all these Toys R Us were everywhere. So you know, that's gonna be the one thing I'm gonna miss about having these stores do this, because they'll have displayers like that to show the product and, you know, get kids excited to, you know, get stuff like that. Heck, they did it back when, you know, when I was a kid. So yeah, seeing those displays brings back some childhood memories. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen this footage in a long time. Yeah, and it wasn't just Toys R Us that got closed down too. A lot of the Babies R Us were also shut down as well, which I would figure those would be the ones that would kind of stay around at least, because, you know, I'd figured those would definitely have made a lot more money. You know, those I think would have stayed around more so, but due to the fact that it's tied in, you know, I guess they all had to go. So that was the only downside. Oh yeah, I think I know why I'm staying on this bike area a little longer, because I remember buying a bike in that same area, and it was a really nice bike, and I had it stolen. So I think that's why I stayed there a little longer, now that I remember why I was there. Yeah, because I remember, you know, saving up my money and buying this cool bike, and I put it out in the front yard for like, I think like an hour to eat during summer break, and I came back out and it was gone. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this too. That Buzz Lightyear there. I remember back in like 95, 96, I had bought a Buzz Lightyear. Toys R Us too. Also got it from Toys R Us. It didn't look like that. I don't think it looked like it did from the show. I think they just kind of had it. I'll have to look that up. I might show a picture of the 1995 release of Buzz Lightyear here. I don't remember what it looked like. I want to say it looked close to what it looked like in the show, but I don't think so, but could be wrong. But that's why I kind of looked at that, was like, oh yeah, and I remember buying a Buzz Lightyear from this very Toys R Us I'm in right now. So that's pretty cool. Kind of wanted to get it at the time, but I was like, maybe not today. yeah, I was kind of surprised by this point. I was seeing a lot of toys being sold, a lot of already seeing a lot of stuff being emptied, and it literally was only like 10% off on a lot of the products. So I'm still kind of like looking back on it now, watching this video, I'm shocked and how much is, how much has been sold with only 10% on the tag. So I figured, the stores would still be kind of full, up until like that last month or so, and then they'll be, then it would look like it was like empty. But I don't know why I'm on this shelf. I think it was like some video game characters, and I was debating on whether or not to buy them. That's probably what it was, just some video game characters. I was like, I kind of want to, get a figure of like maybe Kratos or something. Oh yeah, I was very contemplating on getting that Goku. I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I should get this, because I thought it would look pretty fucking cool. I hate Funko Pops. I don't understand why they're popular. I really don't. That's the only thing I'm like, well, why? There was a lot of really nice, cool Nintendo stuff I wanted to get here, too. I thought it'd be kind of neat to show off on my shelf. And, oh yeah, the first store had Peppy and Star Fox, and there was Slippy. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe I should get that. And I think I actually finally did, but I'm still missing this one here, Falco. So if you're looking for, I'm still looking out for that one. One day I think I'll get that one, but I think if I don't know if I think I saw a PSP game still in this store. I think it was in that back corner there. I think I want to. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it was like hidden away or tucked away. And after I had done my recording of all the store, I kind of like went back and kind of look just to see what I wanted to buy. And I'm pretty sure I saw a PSP game, and so I think like right here I was just like, I think I saw a PSP game. So I went back over there. I was like, well, I think I'm done recording, so I'll see if I have that I'll see if I can find that game.
I don't want to grow up, don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up, don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with.
From Playmates, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles seltzer cannon, which actually shoots water, $9.87. Figures sold separately. Dick Tracy's squad car with siren, $36.99 at Toys R Us. Figures sold separately.
I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
So we're back at this store, and this store they were about 3 weeks away from the store closure, and I wanted to come to this store on this day. And the reason I wanted to come to this store with my mom too on this one, it was because I have one really good memory of that store with my father. There you go, look at me looking like an idiot. But yeah, so the story goes is that I do have one like really good memory with my dad with this, and me and my dad always fought a lot. We butted heads a lot, but at the time I was like 13, 14. I was having like massive stomach problems. This is about 98, so I think it was like I was 13 years old back in 1998, and I was having problems medically. It was like I was always having pain, and so we had to do a colonoscopy, and I remember just to see what was wrong with me. And my dad said, you know, once you're done with the procedure, we'll get you something nice, and I'll get you that new Nintendo console. And I was like, what new Nintendo console? I didn't even know there was one. And so after everything was said and done, because we had to do it in the city, after everything was said and done, we came to this Toys R Us, and we bought me a Nintendo 64, and I got me Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, and that was probably one of my best memories with him, because he, you know, we were always button heads at that point, I was just, I was constantly fighting with him, and it seemed like we were always constantly fighting. So I always say about my dad is like every time he does like one good thing, he does like, every 2 steps forward of doing a good thing, he would do 15 steps back, where he just becomes like a jerk and an a-hole. So yeah, and since he was killed in an accident, it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like it came back kind of quick, that memory. And so for me, it was kind of like how, I don't know how to really explain it. It was just kind of hard for me, even though I know it's just something as stupid as a Nintendo console. But for this, it was kind of like very, very important to me, even though it's just, just a store, But I just want to get as much footage of this place as much as possible up into its final days, just for that reasoning. Crazy though is that my final purchase was a Star Fox Zero strategy guide, and I think the reason why that's important was because I think me and Dad had a huge fight, and I think we came to this very Toys R Us, me and my mom, and we bought Star Fox 64, and so that was that's kind of a poetic thing for my final purchase in this store was a Star Fox, I think Star Fox Zero on Wii U strategy guide. So yeah, I wanted to get as much footage of this place as possible because this place was more important to me than anything. So that's the reason why. I know. If you didn't like that story, you can always mute it and just watch the video of me going through it. So, but yeah. Yeah, by this time they were like 40% off, so I was really contemplating on what to get here. I was like, oh man, maybe I should wait until a lot more stuff is on sale, drop down in price just to kind of get it. But I don't know, I was kind of like up in the arms of what to get here because now they're at 40%. So I think I'm looking as I'm getting footage, which kind of pointless here, but I think a lot of those Zuma games for Wii U were down there. Yeah, I'm still looking for that Falco one. Still wasn't able to get it. Still haven't been able to get it, so. So this is the final video, 11 days away from its final closure. I think this is like there was definitely now a lot more stuff was sold. It's almost like everything was moved to the front. And so this was my final time to get as much footage of this place as possible. So we went back up here and, you know, trying to get as much as we could. And this is where I bought the strategy guide, and now that everything's at 70% off, and if not, I think there's like a lot of things where you're 70, 80, or 90% off. And so yeah, we just came back up here, try to get as much footage as possible of this place because, you know, just wanted to. And this is like pretty much the tail end of it. I should have bought that. I don't know why I didn't buy that, because I think it was like almost like $4 or something. I think like somebody told me like certain things that have like a red tag or certain stuff if it has certain things marked on it, if they would have gone lower. That was the only thing I really wish I could have gone. That's another thing I really wish we could have gone, was that Guardians of the Galaxy Walkman. I think that was an actual like Walkman, I think. So it was the only thing that's the only thing I kind of wish I did get. Yeah, this is where I think this is where I saw the strategy guide for Star Fox. You know, I know I keep bringing it up, but I think this is where I saw it. I really wanted to get that Rise of the Tomb Raider for Xbox 360. I wanted to get that. I don't know why I didn't. I think because like right at the time, I think Xbox One was like the thing. I was like, well, I'll just get it because it looks better on Xbox One or PlayStation. But looking back on it, I was like, man, I should have bought that version, just because it's such a unique thing. Because there's no PS3 version of it, and it's on previous gen consoles. So that was the only thing I think I regret not buying that day, was definitely that Rise of the Tomb Raider game for Xbox 360. Yeah, so I actually asked one of the employees if I could buy some Nintendo signage or buy some like, you know, video game marketing or something like up there, like get that Xbox, sign there, or get some Nintendo sign or whatnot. And they all told me like, oh no, we can't do that because somebody else is going to come in later to take it all down. And I think they said like a Nintendo rep was coming down to take it all, or take it all down and take some of the signage. And I'm like, really? Why? Okay. So I didn't really press any more about that issue. But it would have been kind of nice to have like a cool toysrus Nintendo sign or something like that. And they had tons of Skylander stuff still. God, I can't believe that thing was popular. Boy, they milked the crap out of that game, out of that franchise, didn't they? And they still had a whole bunch. I think like they had all this was on like, all this was like 90% off, and yet it still wasn't being sold. Like, holy crap. Yeah, look at all that. And it was all 90% off, and they still were not selling it. Golly. That is a lot. That is too much. Too much. I think it was. I think it was. I think it was at 90%. It could be wrong if you can see this a bit, see that sign better than I can. But I was still amazed on how much was still left over. I think at this point, did I go past this? I don't remember if I went past this. Because I want to get back up in there and kind of see. Did I? I don't think I did. I wanted to get to where the bike rack was back there. But I don't think I did. I kind of went as far a little bit and just kind of came back. Yeah, I didn't. I think by this point I was just like, ah, screw it, I'll just go back. There's no line. I just went back there and kind of looked around. But that kid was following me, so I was like, God, no, I don't want to, get in trouble. So I just came back around and just went back up. But I do have another interesting quick story that, looking back on this footage, there's a reason why I caught this picture. But they were selling a Teddy Ruxpin. And what's funny is that I actually do have my very earliest memories, like early 80s, of Teddy Ruxpin. And I remember, I think they were buying it for my brother, and I think we went to this Toys R Us when we bought it. Yeah, I could be mistaken. It could be like maybe somewhere else, but So when I saw this old footage of me having Teddy Ruxpin from the 80s, and this was one of the stores I visited during that time in the 80s and 90s, I thought that was kind of, so that was the last shot I took before the camera I had kind of died out and whatnot. And so that was one of the other memories I have of this place, is early memories was getting a Teddy Ruxpin, or my brother was getting a Teddy Ruxpin. And so there you go. That's kind of interesting. And there you go, guys. It truly was an end of an era. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Y'all take care.
There's a toy store in town. Toys R Us is its name. Filled with toys for girls and boys and every kind of game. There's a great store in town. A magical store. A ton of fun for everyone, so come and explore.